You are on the road and you write music since more than 14 years, and you change a lot your sound from the metal beginning to the more experimental times. I want to ask you in a few words how you would define the Gathring music.
In life, everything changes. Your own mind changes, your body, everything, every step by step. Because when we started the music, we were like 15 years old, and it's like, for us it was the punk music. Yes. Our punk music was like the heavy, really metal scene, that was our punk. Yeah. Just play and just have fun. But we made something really strange, and in Holland everybody was liked it very much, so that's why it became popular in Holland. Yes. But step by step you learn better playing, you're more interested in other kind of music, you knew the music history, you try. So you learn more and more about that. So
if you make an album which has a sound and a philosophy and songs, and an atmosphere, it doesn't make sense to make the same album again. And that was always the philosophy of the Gathering, to develop, and the development just happens. It's just like, we tear ourselves apart after a tour. If we're going to write new songs, and then we are just thinking about making a new album, but then to learn from the good things and to skip all the things we didn't like on the past. Yeah.
Eventually there is one element which is always the same. It didn't really change at all in all these years, and it's this kind of atmospherical kind of element we have. Yeah. And it's also kind of red line in our music. And of course we change sounds and production-wise, but the general feeling is there are lots of parallels between each albums, I think.
Okay. It's very simple. Because you make it big change, but it's just whatever we feel we put on the records, Yes. And when you're young, you feel different things than when you get a little bit older. Yeah. And when you're young, things seem to be black and white. And when you're older, there's a lot more colors coming. And so that's the same with the music, It just evolves. Yes. And sometimes you have some softer songs, sometimes some louder songs, some different tunes. So it's just a natural evolution.
that the tour part is very important in your,
Yes.
I mean, musician life.
Yes.
Okay.
Because then you bring it to the people.
Yes.
You give it to the people.
Okay.
But it will change, the tour aspect. Because of Anneke being pregnant right now.
Yes.
We're not going to tour for 1 year. After this is the last Italy gig, really, for a year. At least a year. And yeah, then we will come back. But it will be different. But we really don't know what's going to happen right now, as it is something new and very interesting.
Thank you. You are so kind.
You have already some new material, and can you tell us approximately when the new CD will be recorded?
Well, maybe we're going to write a lot of songs, and The Quiet One is a song which will end up on another album, or maybe it will be a B-side. With other words, it's always quite difficult to say what's going to happen. We talk a lot right now about the new album, and I think we first have to talk a lot about it to make a sort of structure.
Yes.
And then, we're writing some ideas and songs already, but how to say it could change so much. I said a lot of time, the last couple of months, I said it would be a guitar-orientated album, and I think it will be, but it can change. Maybe it will. It depends on what's going to happen. It's an interaction, and also when our producer will come into the big thing.
We want to search for new ways of writing and recording and to produce, and a song and a Gathring song is always based on a beautiful melody. There's always Renee or Frank comes up with a riff, and then with a melody, and we just fill it in. Vocal lines fill in, bass line fill in, and drums fill in, and that's how we make a song. So then the production on Souvenirs is very different because it's very layered, There's like 7 guitars and 7 vocals, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the background, which you don't even hear, but you can feel it, Yeah. And every time you hear it, you can hear something new, like a little sound. So that's the difference of production, really, that makes it so different. But in the bass, there's always one melody who makes the song,
Yes. After Souvenirs, that is maybe the manifesto album of your trip rock definition in general. What do you think about moving towards wider and open-minded market like the one of Radiohead, Portishead, Massive Attack or Dragged? I mean, do you think that your future work would be influenced by this necessity to widen the market of people listening to you or something like this?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. We listen to all that kind of music as well. But I think now with Souvenirs, we hit our ceiling. It's for me itself, we did too much in the studio. Too much layers in it, too much different styles, too much different steps. Now I'm sure the new album will be more back basic, back on the ground.
It will not be a synthesizer pop album, and it will not. I think it will not be that. No black metal also, but no metal. But it will be. It will not sound like Souvenirs.
is down. All the sense you're capable, blind as night, seem to save you. You hear the glance of a smile. Was it impossible to float for a while?
Now you are part of a group where in the most part of the songs there is a distinctive element that is a background melancholy. How do you feel with this feeling?
It's really difficult to say. I didn't write the songs, but it's not. It doesn't feel like I'm playing in a cover band. You know, okay. It really feels good to play. I really listened to the music for when I was 14 or 15, so it's really also part of who I am. I think, you know, we all like the same movies, and we live in the same place in Holland, and I think that's some things you can, you know, connect to also in the music. In the rehearsal room, it is in the beginning for me was really different, because normally when you play in a band and you try to jam and think of a new song, everyone just sits on his own instrument. And here it's like, Renee, stop, this is a wrong bass line, this is a wrong drum pattern, this is not it. And I was like, whoa, you know, but you know, he really wants perfect. And now and then we talk about it, but it's a different way of rehearsing and trying out new ideas. So yeah, for me it's different, but it's good.
You are the person who wrote most of the song of the album How to Measure a Planet, that according to us is your most courageous work, but in a certain way not completely understood by some people. I mean, do you think that to make an album completely understandable should be a complete affinity between the musician who write and the fan, or not?
Well, never give away everything, you know. If you make a complete album that's really too easy for the listener, then they listen 2 or twice, you know, 2 or 3 times to the album, and then it's gone. Like what I mostly have with an AC/DC album, you know. Yes. The new album, it's the same for me. Yes. So it always has to change a little bit more. And with How to Measure Planet, we had a whole concept about the album, about traveling.
Yes.
Because on the front cover you see a big rocket engine, you know. Yes. And more the whole idea is about traveling, but it's also traveling inside yourself. Yes. That's why our own label is called Psychonaut, you know. Yes. You have the astronauts outside and Psychonaut inside. So, but it's more like you have to keep it a little bit more like, don't tell the whole story. It's like the best movies are that you see the movie 2 or 3 times and then it still gives you new ideas, like, oh, maybe they meant that, or maybe they meant that, some kind of thing. So. But maybe also we made it in 99, so maybe it was too early for the people.
Yes.
Nowadays, now I get emails from people like they bought the album at that time, and now they're listening, now they understand it.
Yes, exactly.
So maybe for many fans at that time, you know, who listened to our kind of music, it was too soon to understand it.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe it's that more like it, yeah.
Let's make this joke. Let's think that the Psychonaut Records has become one of the major labels in the world industry, and you can make contract with whoever you want. So, Which singers or musicians do you want to represent through your label?
I think we would bring out music for bands who really believe in their music and not in about the whole other aspect. It will be a musical thing. And of course you can figure out, I think, which bands, bands we like, really. And we would help these kind of bands. Yeah. But I'm afraid it will never happen, I think. It's not in our goal.
And then I think you are still in touch with Jelmer Wiersma and Hugo Prinzengerlings. Sorry for the pronunciation of the names.
No problem.
And what are they doing now?
Last thing I heard about Hugo, that he is expecting his second child already.
Wonderful.
Yeah, will be very soon. Will be born, and he has a new job. He works in a cinema right now. He's changing reels for the movies.
Really?
Yeah. The thing I heard about Jelmer, he's working as a sound engineer in a club in Holland.
Can you see any possible mistake that the Gathering made that you will not repeat?
I don't know actually, because of course we made some bad decisions. Of course, because we existed for 15 years, so there are always bad decisions, but there's never one I regret, because of a bad decision you have to make something right again. So I never regret a bad contract or a bad decision. So because you live and learn, you always have to go on your face and learn something new. So.
the last CD that you bought and the one that you would like to buy? Just some musical advice for your fans.
I bought Piano Magic. Piano Magic. It's I don't know where they come from. It's I really like the album. I was listening I was in Paris and was listening over there, and I really liked.
Well, I bought the last Interpol album, which I like very much.
The last CD I bought, I think, was Cinematic Orchestra. I had a burned CD a long time, and now I wanted to buy it for real. So that's a good one. It's a little bit jazzy. And the CD I want to buy is a Calexico, the Feast of Wire. We saw the DVD, and now I have to buy the CD. So.
The last CD I bought, I think it was the new Interpol album.
I bought Damien Rice.
Ah,
you know it?
Zero.
Yeah,
yes, I know
it's
it.
great.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I got a tip from a Norwegian friend, and he said you have to buy it, and I bought it without hearing it because I didn't know him, and it's so beautiful. Yeah, he's a great singer, a great guitar player. And lately I think of buying old stuff on record, like the Beatles, which I didn't have yet, or the Prince I don't have yet, or the Pink Floyd I don't have yet. And
do you want to thank someone for your success? Yourself, a friend, the fans? Who would you like to thank when you think about this?
That's a good question. My parents, they made me.
Yes.
I don't know, it's a good question. Without us, we wouldn't have a band. But without you as a listener, we wouldn't have an audience. So it's always part of something bigger, you know?
Like
we are just a small...
spider web.
Yeah, we are just one string in the spider web, and it's a good spider web.